Hi, I'm Luciano Ferson from any UK Chilli-heads over on Facebook. You can find us there if you go looking. I've been asked to do a little video on the different methods of growing chilies by Juliet Green from Chili Growers for Beginners. If you're new to growing chilies, get yourselves over there and check them out. They'll help you from everything from growing your seeds, starting them off, right the way through to pods, and everything in between. They'll even help you get some seeds that are good to grow. Anyway, on with the video. These are just grown in soil, raised bed, chucked straight in. It's not a method that many people in the UK use. Some do, but not many. I thought I'd give it a go this year. It's not my method. I don't do it this way. I grow in buckets. But that's them. And I didn't do too well, although they did get hit by aphids and cold, and they are recovering now. Some of them are just starting to get pods on. And that was the soil setup. Just planted, chucked in soil, watered and fed. I'm going to have a look at one of the others. I've magically transferred myself to the polytunnel by the power of a pause button and run. This is my method of growing, the way I prefer to grow. Well, not my method, but it is the method I use. It's just a standard plant pot, quite big one this one, and compost. As you can see, the plant's massive. Easily got a 5-foot span all the way around, although it is only about 3 foot tall, but it's got plenty of pods on and it's doing great. This one was grown under LED lighting at the beginning of the year by Mark Elliott from Flavour Before Fire, handed to Phil Blake from any UK Chilli-heads, passed to me, and I've looked after it ever since. As you can see, it's a lovely plant. And that's my chosen method of how I prefer to grow. But we got a little bit experimental this year, so I'm going to introduce you to this. This is known as a cracky. It's completely hydroponic. There's no soil involved. There's no power involved neither. It's powerless hydroponics, based on an idea from Professor Kratky. It does have some differences. I have clay balls up to about here, so my air roots stay out of the fluid at all times. I can keep topping this up as many times as I want, never risk drowning the plant. There's the root system, as you can see. Looks very similar to a deep water culture, which is pretty related to, really. And there's another one side by side. It's an experiment of pH to check what the different pH levels will do to nutrient uptake. And as you can see, there's a little pod hiding back there and a few others on there, so Kratky works pretty well. The other idea of this is to take this canister out at the end of winter, trim the roots, trim the top end of the plant, pop this into the other half of its canister, which I've got at home, and overwinter them on a windowsill. And then when spring comes back round, bring them back out, pop them back into the Kratky box, and away it goes. Overwintered plant, nice and easy. Hopefully. It's all experimental today. Transported myself over to the chilli house. As you can see, it's pretty overgrown in here. The reason that happened is I crammed a lot of plants in, but I normally do anyway in these things, buckets, which is my normal way of growing, more along the back. This year I thought I'd have another crack at another method, which is what I'm here to show you. These are known chili grows from a company called Greenhouse Sensations. It's supposed to be specifically designed for growing chilies. As you can see, pots are the right length and shape, but they're slightly too small. I could have done with being a bit bigger. They're too close together. Plants all intertwined, they can't move, they can't breathe. You get plenty of pods, but it's just too cramped for me. The other disadvantage to it is all three of these plants have to be on the same feed. If this one gets a different nutrient imbalance than that one, it's difficult to sort it out. There is ways, but it's a pain in the arse. I'd rather have individual pots like I normally do. But the idea is it works off a wick that keeps the pots wet, and that works pretty well, the wick system. The only complaint I have with it is, like I say, they're a bit too close together. It also says that this can last up to 7 days. It doesn't. It lasts 2 at the most, and then it's drained because the plants are that big. They're obviously very, very thirsty. It might last 7 days when you've only got little plants in, but that's about it. And you see, plenty of pods, so it does work. There's a bigger pod there. But I'll use these for something else, I won't use them for chilies again. Here we've got the bigger brother of the chilli grow. As you can see, it takes 4, or it should. I've took one out, I'll explain that in a bit. They have bigger pots. Same system, apart from this one has a little ball cock in there. When the fluid drains out, this reservoir tops it back up, keeps it going. All you've got to do is keep the reservoir topped up and away you go. The problem was, again, the plants grew too close together. My mistake, this one. I put a brain strain right there and a brain strain right there. And anybody who's grown brain strains knows they grow rapidly and they grow wild. It basically just dwarfed all the other plants, so I've took them out. And they're over there. There's one of them. And there's the other monster that pushed them out. That's in one of my own self-watering boxes. There's the fluid. Same principle again. The wick's in there, it goes down into the box and keeps it watered. Another one. And that's a Bonda Mahala, which is another quite big plant. That's the methods I've been exploring. Like I say, I was completely new to that one, soil. It's not for me, I'm sticking to buckets. But I had a free year, so you might as well play if you've got the time. Thank you for listening. Bye.